23rd, the Yankees lose their third series in a row, and the roster gets a lot of changes. June swoon. Yeah, let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Thank you very much for tuning in today to Talking Yanks. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake, BBD, producing in the corner. Today's show is brought to you by SeatGeek.
Sure is.
Everyone can use code YANKS10 for 10% off any tickets on SeatGeek, whether you're a new customer or not. Baseball season's here. Concerts are here. And SeatGeek is the best place to get tickets, no matter how many times you've bought tickets using SeatGeek before. Yanks10 is going to get you 10% off your next order. Jake, how do you do?
Thank you, SeatGeek. Yanks 10. I'm good, Jim. I mean, people can hear it in my voice a little bit. Jake going another bender. Warehouse-wise, we just had a huge warehouse weekend. If you guys haven't checked out our JM Warehouse stuff yet, you're out of your gourd. If you like listening to us here, I guarantee you'd like some of that content. So that actual content we recorded won't be out until September. But outside of that, we watched some Yanks. We watched last night with Chris Rose, legend. Talked some Yanks with him. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the big topics continued and things have moved on. Like this is going to be a big grounds creeping episode because we got new bodies on the roster and we've just got decisions that have been made that are now going to dictate the next few weeks that are going to be massively important as like, dude, I just saw June 23rd and it's okay.
Yeah.
Like that's 6 weeks from the trade deadline.
Yep.
So as we figure out this roster, which we've got a couple new bodies, and I don't know, like it when we just went over the games to ourselves a little bit, like Rodon gets popped, bang, okay,
Boom.
That's kind of what happened that game. Yanks put up some crooked numbers in the second game. We like that a lot.
Yeah, let's burn them.
But I think the grounds creeping is.
I think that's
the main course.
I know. So let's do the games first.
Oh,
because the groundskeeping is gonna be like the 40 minutes of the show.
Okay.
That's like the whole combo.
Yeah, I want to do the combo now.
But then no one's going to care about the games. I mean, once we get into J.D. Davis, I don't care about the games.
That's why we got those awards.
Okay, so no burns?
I'll burn the games.
5-hole, Jemai.
Oh, don't say that. Yanks rode on a 2-game losing streak and a 2-series losing streak while the Braves were sailing away with the Condor. Chris returning to the BX. Ozzie hits one. Osborne and young, thick Austin Riley does the same. It's 3-0 Braves, top one. Kelnick and DJ swap a couple RBI. It's 4-1 to the Island Country at Bravos. And it only get worse. Laser Show, Laureano, RBI double, 3 on the day. Former Yankee Matt Olson with the dagger, 2-run homer. Tough day at the office for Carlos. 3.2, 8 earned runs. Yikes. And that'd be it. Literally, Yanks lose 8-1 final.
2 new debuts in this game, Yogo and Fibai.
What was that?
Fibic.
Big Phil Bickford series. Worried about him in awards, if I'm being completely honest.
You are?
Yeah.
Yogo goes, 4 innings? 4 1/3? 4 2/3?
4.2.
I think he's been a straight-up starter in the minors. So
a lot of pitches.
Stretched.
A lot of pitches. He threw 4 different pitches 10 times and then threw a curveball, this 5th pitch, 9 times. So good job by Yogo. That's Yoendris Gomez, if you don't know. Boone called him Yogo when we interviewed him. We were like, that's kind of cool. And then Phil Bickford, he comes over, makes his debut. So that was the series. Like we said going into that game, we were like, bullpen's dead.
Yeah.
Rodon needs to deliver. They prepped by bringing up Yogo and Phil Bickford. They needed him.
Yeah, Gonzo's gone? My God. Yeah, there's a Jemai Jones triple. It's not really a triple. Kind of got lost in the wind out there. So Jemai Jones, 5-hole Jemai, his line ends up looking great. But yeah, it's Carlos got rocked. 11 hits and 3.2.
There was that shot of him yelling at someone in the dugout, and then that guy that he was yelling at came up like the next day, and he was the pitch com. At least the next Saturday's game, they showed him
Pitch com
and then
guy.
the pitch com guy, and his pitch com was, I don't know if he did interviews about this or there's clarity, but there's that shot of him yelling in the dugout, and you're like, oh no, what's this about? Bad energy. You know, did he forget to light his Stroman candle? Because he doesn't seem very chilled out. But I think it was a pitch com guy. And I think he was having problems with pitch com in the first inning. But first 2 pitches, 2-0. Not a good start.
Bad start, in fact.
Yeah, here it is.
A lot of emotions from Carlos, huh? We got him angry.
Yep.
We got him debatably crying. Emotional is the
when
word.
he got taken out, he was upset.
Emotional.
I like that. I like having guys be emotional, upset when they don't perform. I didn't mind that at all. But it wasn't good. 5-hole Jemai Jones.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we do it every year and we talk about who's going to be on the roster and we talk about some silly lineups. I mean, there's going to be a day when we see 5-hole Jemai, Ben Rice 8, Oswaldo 9. That's a Yankee mid-year lineup.
Yeah, it might be one of the funkier ones we've had, right? I feel like maybe earlier we had a really funky one. But I think that's got to be one of the funkiest ones we've had.
That's
Hard
an
to
early
beat
winner.
5 Jemai.
Yeah.
Early winner.
And that's just how Boone thinks of the spots. Like he'd rather not move the bottom guys around and just keep their lives the same, which I can't argue because I am one that
Right.
is in favor of stability and routine. So it's kind of like I'm realizing okay, damn, yeah, if DJ's comfortable being in the same lineup spot day in, day out, that means if the 5-hole's open for one day. So I've been kind of racking my own brain. How do I feel about this?
Yeah.
I don't like seeing Jemai Jones 5-hole, but I understand the logic, but I don't know if I agree with it. So it's odd.
They're also in a Jemai Jones hype season. Yeah, we like Jemai. He can hit 5th in a game.
Volpe thrown out in this game?
Volpe thrown out.
Or is that...
Got caught stealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then did he get caught stealing today as well? Or is that just... I'm blanking. He just ran to third on the ball.
Yeah, he
ran to
thrown
third on
out
the ball.
at
I was
third.
just singing the slide. Yeah. So 2 base running outs by Volpe at third.
Yeah.
Which, the second, whatever. Okay. Anyway. That was game 1. It stunk. Instant bad time with Rodon. Never became a good time.
8-1, 3-game losing streak.
Yep. Not
Weird lineup. Bad vibes.
good. Weird relievers.
Yogo Bickford.
Bye. Bad nickname. Game 2?
Sure.
It's a better game.
Yep. Marcus Stroman and the Yanks looking forward to a little ground chuck for dinner as they tee off against the Salt Man Charlie Martin. Top 1, Marcel the Shell yard piece. 1-0 early, but the Yanks scored the next touchdown. Here comes the Judge, 2-run homer. Gleyber RBI double. And there's Waldo with a 2 RBI double of his own. And another pair of steaks for Judgy. Stroman, 6.2, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks. Booney's tossed, but so does Trent Grisham toss one opposite field. It's Stroman to Talkin to Weaver to Fyby. Yanks win 8-3 final.
Oh, yeah. I like this game more. Want that on record.
Okay.
Stroman was good. Still, Boone getting ejected was funny because we were watching at the bar, and I said out loud at one point, like, stop throwing it there.
Yeah.
It was his at bat with Ozuna in the first or second inning. It was like a 4-pitch walk, all in that same exact spot. Or the first 3 were all in that same spot. Stroman thought it was a strike. The umpire didn't think it was a strike. And later on, Ozuna's up again. Same exact pitch, ball 4. And then Stroman starts yelling, and Boone's yelling. Boone's like, "That's 5 now." And Stroman is like, "You missed that all game." It's borderline.
Right.
And that's how the strike zone currently operates. So at some point, you need to be like, he's not calling that.
I mean, we do to start the broadcast, they give us the umpire meter, electric factory, that shows us. And it's like, this umpire is hitter friendly. This umpire is pitcher friendly. This umpire calls a lot of the inside pitch. This umpire calls so, like, I get it. But you know this. The Yankees talk about who's umpiring because it's a huge part of the game. So, yeah, if that pitch isn't getting called at a certain point, it's a little bit of what are you doing? But I mean, I guess good on Booney for getting out there before Stroman gets tossed for doing it. But
yeah, that's what Boone's got to do because Stroman was yelling pretty loudly. I guess look at this. The one in the 7th was, according to the Baseball Savant chart, lower and in the zone compared to the others, which you can see all the blue at the top there. Like, those were all the others that he kind of wanted in the first. And I thought they were high, but they were close because Ozuna's tall, so this box might be a little off.
Tall.
But, they were framing it well. I was interested to see in this start who catches Stroman. Now, he went against the righty in Morton, so it made sense to go the lefty Wells. But with Trevino getting exploited and they stealing bases like crazy and Stroman not being great at holding on bases, I thought, when I initially saw Wells, I wondered, is that for that reason or is it the matchup? And the matchup works out, so I think it was normal anyway. But that's kind of something in my mind now that I'm wondering, since we kind of now know Trevy's having trouble. Although, what were the stolen bases by the Braves? Did they exploit at all?
I know as a team they don't steal a ton of bags.
They had none in game 2. I don't think they had one in game 1 either. Yeah, I don't think they stole a base all series.
Hell yeah.
So that's huge.
Where'd he go? And
Lost 2 out of 3.
Lost 2 out of 3. Didn't really need to. Had runs. Bummer. Tonkman gets 1 out. 1 good out. 6 pitches.
Early, when it was like, okay, Yanks are in a little bit of a funk right now. What's going on? 1-0. Well, I think it was the next inning, but the Ben Rice double play was pretty nice.
Yes.
Step on first, little rally killer. That was a nice moment.
And then when he ran into the dugout, there's a shot of him running into the dugout, and he just shrugs at him a little bit, like they're throwing him the ball, and he just goes like, yeah, okay.
I can do that.
Now, that was a really nice play.
Playing catcher stinks, man.
Ben Rice.
Ben Rice.
It's been nice having Ben Rice.
Oh.
Yeah, smooth.
When you look over at first base, you might find yourself a tasty little meal.
Bam. Remember Voit slingshotting those balls?
Never heard him, right?
No, he was pretty accurate with it.
We always expected a bullpen ball.
Did you see the clip I sent you of the Fox broadcast? Yeah. Had Luke Voit for a little bit. Hot. Good. All right, let's go to game 3 where everything was awesome and great.
Mm-hmm. Heat wave rubber match. How's your southpaw? Miami versus SoCal as Nestor toes the rubber against Maximus Fried. What the Kel? Kelnick goes yard in the 3rd. Then he went to Jared again. Sack fly in the 5th. Throwing a little monster RBI single. It's 3-0. ATL. Nestor, solid for 7. 3 earned runs, 7 Ks. But would the Yanks have enough juice? Only a Volpe RBI double. Honestly, the Yanks lose. 3-1 final.
Good honesty at the end.
What do you want to hear?
Just to be honest, Max Fried got him. And now, on the post-game show of Yes, the narrative that the Yankees struggle against lefties is getting louder.
But now we have J.D. Davis, bro.
Oh, which moves us into the meat of the show. The ground's creeping. Because the Yankees are doing a ton of stuff. Since we last talked, they optioned Anthony Misowitz to Scranton Wilkes-Barre. They DFA'd Clayton Andrews. They signed free agent left-hand pitcher Tim Hill.
Yeah.
He made his debut. We did him last
He was last series. Didn't get into this series, right?
Didn't get in, yeah. So he's in the bullpen.
Well rested.
We should just look at the bullpen right now on Fangraphs because I think it's wildly different from 5 days ago.
Yes.
Yogo gets called up. They pick up Phil Bickford. They option Marinaccio down to AAA and DFA Victor Gonzalez.
Boom.
So they made a lot of changes in the bullpen. And a lot of the other grounds creeping are bigger and different moves and injury and stuff and not pitching. But I do kind of want to go look at the Fangraphs roster resource. If you have it up, who's the bullpen right now?
So it starts with your closer, Clay Holmes.
He looked good in Game 3.
Sure. Well rested. Hadn't pitched since Wednesday.
Yeah, boy, he didn't look great.
Luke Weaver, your guy.
Dream believer.
Tommy Canely.
He looked good today.
Sure. A lot of change-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb Ferguson.
He's still all right. He's looking better sometimes. I don't see much. But Ferg, he's all right. He's
outlasted Gonzo.
Yep.
The Talkin truck.
How about that?
Pretty high on the depth chart and recently has pitched in a lot of the Yankees' wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Tim Hill, Phi-Bai, and Yogo.
Yeah.
The crew.
Tim Hill and Ferg as the lefties.
Tim Hill, again, we slightly covered it, but like Sidewinder.
Yeah.
You guys know I struggle with that sometimes.
And Yogo has options like Ron, so they could just trade places a couple more times throughout the season. Phil Bickford, Tim Hill, Tonkin, Ferguson, they have no options. So if they're out, they're out. And I think that could happen to any of those guys. I don't think there's, I don't think they're going to do that with Canely if he struggles. I think they'd IL him and treat him like he's part of a team or something like that. But those guys, maybe a Phantom IL. But I mean, so Santana's gone. Gonzo's gone. Who else has come and gone already? Have they only DFA'd 2 relievers?
Cody Poteet's on the IL.
Yeah. Hamilton's on the
Shevitz
IL.
up and
So,
down,
yeah.
Marinaccio up and down.
Yeah, Hamilton, Santana, Gonzo were like, start of the year, like, hey, these guys could be guys.
Right.
Hamilton's hurt. Gonzo got DFA'd. Birdie's on the IL.
Moved to the 60-day.
Housekeeping? Or did we not know it was that bad?
I didn't know it was that bad, but it's paperwork and stuff. I guess he's halfway through that ish. That was the 40-man move for Davis.
Okay. Yeah, so the bullpen looks way different. And none of these guys are like the move. They're just, let's bring in new bodies. If someone sticks, they stick. If not, we'll do another rotation in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, and I said this at the time, and it's becoming a little more real than I thought. Michael Tonkin, just because he has like a rubber arm.
Yeah.
Like he's got, I think of that crew, he has staying power just because like, hey, if the Yankees need a pitcher to pitch 3 days in a row, it's Tonkin. If they need a pitcher to throw 50 bullets one day, unless they keep Yogo up. But like right now, Tonkin is part of the good pen.
Well, dude, as a Yankee.
And he's been very good.
Yeah.
And he was good a couple years ago. Was it last year with the Twins or the Braves?
80 innings for last
The
year's
Braves.
Atlanta Braves.
We're a very good team. So Talkin might have staying power and would be that kind of mop-up guy I've been asking for the past couple of years. The other guys, I mean, it's almost like instant sink or swim.
Yeah. Tompkins pitched 19 games with the Yankees since April 26th. It's 25.1 innings, 1.07 ERA. He's allowed 3 earned runs, and 2 were in one game. So in 19 games, he's had 17 clean sheets. Pretty wild. He's had some inherited runner score, but who hasn't?
Yeah.
And, if you just look at him, agreeable dude.
Yeah.
So they like having him around.
Yes. Veteran. Yankees love a good vet.
They really do.
Something funky I like about him is his release point is lower than Stroman's,
Oh.
It's fun.
even though he's 6'8".
Yeah, well, Sale, speaking of, his release point's the same as Shota Imanaga's, who's short. All right, so the other big news.
Crazy seeing Sale.
Yeah.
Just so skinny.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Optical illusion.
He's very skinny.
Throws from second base and is, I think, the skinniest pitcher I've ever seen.
Eduardo Ramirez was pretty skinny.
Eduardo was skinny.
Who was the guy the Yankees got in that 1992 season or 1993 season that the documentary was just about? He was Pascual.
Pascual Perez.
He was skinny. The videos of him in that documentary, I was like, whoa, that's a skinny dude. Okay. Anyway, the big news and change is that Giancarlo Stanton comes out of Game 2 with a left hamstring strain, mild left hamstring strain, and he will now be out 4 weeks, he says. So the Yankees made an immediate move and recalled Oswald Peraza for 1 day. Boone said he'll be here for the day.
He's already been optioned.
Boone was telling the truth. The actual move was picking up J.D. Davis, who got DFA'd by the A's because he was tapping into more money, I believe. I think like the way, because the Giants DFA'd him.
He's approaching like a guarantee.
To instead of
on a
doing
day.
arbitration, the Giants DFA'd him to screwing him out of money. He was cut by the Giants in spring training and received only $1.1 million of his $6.9 million salary before signing with Oakland for $2.5 million. If he's not traded, he'll be a free agent. He's been hitting well of late. His last 24 games, his numbers were, not amazing, but
right,
better than what we currently have. And everyone's immediate thought was, he's going to be our DH because Stan's out. Boone's reaction was different. Boone's reaction was a platoon player. He said he's going to help us versus lefties, since that's the new storyline everyone likes. And then he said at first base. He did play a lot of first base for Oakland, but kind of lends his hand that, in my eyes, he has they don't like DJ at first that much. They'd rather DJ at third, and Rice and Davis would now be the platoon. Righty, lefty at first.
Yeah, I think they like DJ at third, or they want to like DJ at third. I think that's more so over liking DJ at first. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we talked about J.D. Davis's offseason because we were like, is this a potential guy? And I remember when his contract came up, and I was like, the Yankees, for what J.D. Davis is making, a guy that's not strong defensively, they're not going to have to trade a lot. This could be a fit. He ends up on waivers, goes to Oakland, like Jimmy said. And yeah, his career numbers, if you are an OPS plus person, technically as an offensive player, his career has been better than Verdugo. Again, they different profile hitter, a little more pop, but that's the whole point, that J.D. Davis is a career 112 OPS plus. He's got a couple really nice seasons in there. And yeah, I guess I I think the other thing that could be factoring in, and I don't know what Brian Hoke knows or doesn't know, he's handsome, knows that. Brian Hoke tweeted out that J.D. Davis's third base defense hasn't been good this year. So he was a guy that when he came up, he started in Houston, but he kind of came up really with the Mets, and they couldn't find a position for him, and he wasn't very good defensively, so that was the tough part. I did hear from Giants fans where he had a couple good stretches that he was fine defensively, but apparently this year he has not been. So that's another thing to factor in this element. Like, he's never been a defensive-minded player.
No. He is, this year, he's played more first than third for the A's, and he's outs above average ranks him -5 at first base. I don't think he's even played enough this year to have a third base number, like to have stats.
Brian Hoke tweeted out, have heard Davis was not moving well and struggled with his range at third base with Oakland.
Oh,
So
outs above average.
It's tough.
Last year, he was +6 outs above average at third base.
Giants fans were happy. On Talking Baseball, we were like, oh, J.D. Davis, not a good defensive player. And Giants fans were like, no, like we're
Been good this year over there.
We're good with this. So I don't. This is a little obnoxious, but that's kind of my lane, people. Like, this is a guy that could get some good Yankee juice. Like, look at our lineup right now.
Yeah.
If J.D. Davis plays to his baseball card, we will love J.D. Davis for a month. If he plays above his baseball card for a month, which he has good months and bad months. Shut up, Jake. I don't know. Like, he can hit an OPS in the 8s for the month, and that's not like ridiculous for him. Like, he's done that.
You could also struggle for 2 weeks, and then when someone's healthy, Stan's healthy, he's out. Like, he is very much
It's tough when you can't play defense.
Yeah, he's among the lines of Phil Bickford and who's the other guy they just picked up?
Tim Hill.
Hey, we need bodies.
Yeah.
Because we're at the depth. We're at the end of our depth on the 40-man. And we need someone that we can put on the roster. And then we lose him. And that's fine because we never really had him anyway. He's not a plan for the future like a minor leaguer would. And they already tapped into Rice, which was cool. But that's very much you just look around the league and like, oh, shit, okay, we need someone now.
Yeah,
There's a chance to be
I don't think they're
actually
picking
good.
J.D. Davis up if he slides someone else off the 40-man, is what I'm saying. So I don't think it's like, come save our season. This is the
At
move.
full strength, they wouldn't have done this.
No,
Yeah.
but this is a guy that we referenced before the season as a potential bench piece because last year he played 144 games and had a 105 OPS plus. Like last season, this isn't. I'm not.
I agree.
2021. That
The barometer's wide. He could come in and be Matt Carpenter. That would be the high end.
yes.
He could also come in and be one of the many stints of Billy McKinney or
Yes.
Willie Calhoun, and that would be the other end. Jay Bruce. Like, it could also be that.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they did this move, is because there's no pressure if it's not Matt Carpenter. Holy shit, look what this guy's doing. He's saving our month right now.
Yeah.
If after 3 weeks it's a Morales.
Yeah. If anyone is
Bye.
thinking, oh, this means they're not going to go make more trades, I don't think this is going to stop that.
Correct.
Yeah. But I'm interested to see what it does. It helps out a little bit. Platooning with Rice.
And while Boone said that, he did immediately say, like, and the DH is open right now, so I can get creative there. So there'll be some DH days, I'm sure.
Last 10. Yeah, I know you said it, but last 10 starts, 353, 463 on base, and 993 OPS.
Yep.
Hit the ball, kid.
Judge getting DH days. Soto getting DH days.
They asked Boone about Soto DH days before today's game, and he said maybe some, but Soto doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So it was
So
nice to hear said.
Judge DH and then why?
Oh.
I don't even understand. I'm trying to think of the flexibility. Like, he was like, and I can get flexible with DH. Besides putting Judge in DH, but then Grisham plays the outfield, who's a lefty bat. That doesn't help you versus lefties, which is what
I would just think of the olds, like DJ. It's just old.
Yeah.
Well, JD Davis at DH, creative could be a Gleyber DH, and Oswaldo's been playing a little more second. I think those
Again,
are
that's
the creative
lefty.
outlets.
Yeah, because if he's playing against lefties, that means you want more righties in the lineup. And if you DH DJ or Judge, the replacements become lefties. Although Oswaldo did get one righty hit this series.
Sure did.
Yeah.
I do have some bad news.
What's that?
Jonathan Gregory Davis.
Yeah. You don't like that name?
That's his name,
Yeah.
but he goes by J.D. Davis.
Oh. Well, Josh Donaldson went by JD.
Right, but you don't say he didn't say J.D. Donaldson.
Yeah. I wonder if that's his doing or like how that happens. Because JD, like Donaldson goes by JD.
Like his Twitter profile is J.D. Davis.
Yeah. But if everyone calls you a name, you're kind of trapped. Are we getting too many JDs, DJs going on? You hear?
A little bit.
Is it too much?
A little bit.
Is it just those three? I feel like there's another in the mix somewhere that we don't even know about.
Hasn't been a lot of clicking with the JDs, DJs recently.
No. I'm not into it. Okay. All right, you want to go to awards?
I think we can.
That's kind of all of the grounds creeping.
I think we can. I mean, did we talk Stanton enough?
4
Just the
weeks.
fact he's out.
Sucks. He was bummed about it. He said, my feelings don't matter, though. It's 4 weeks. Got to do what I can.
Heavy.
Yeah.
My feelings don't matter. You know what else is kind of heavy?
Jason Dominguez is a JD.
Yeah.
Would have been nice to have him.
Like him.
That's probably the one point we haven't said. Stan going on this 2 week spell was supposed to be like blessing in disguise.
Right.
That stinks because Stan's doing well. But hey, let's go take a look at the Martian. And the fact that it's not that, and it's let's go get JD Davis off waivers and
Peraza coming for Volpe's job for a day.
like that's a bummer.
No, it's not a bummer. New Luke Combs album. 12-track album, recorded entirely live. I don't know if I've said this on Talkin' Yanks yet. Go check out this album. But him and Tracy Chapman,
You have said this.
the live performance, so good from this year's, I think, Grammys. Musical guy. Luke Combs has also teamed up with MLB and T-Mobile to give you and your family a chance to win the ultimate doubleheader VIP weekend. Winners get to fly to NYC and see the Yankees game on July 19th and then head to MetLife the next night to meet Luke Combs and watch him in concert. Visit lukecombs.com/MLB T-Mobile to enter for more details. I have to double check my calendar, but there's a chance I might be attending this Luke Combs concert.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Click the link in the description. Check out the new album. And thanks, my guy Luke.
The oldest JD in baseball
Okay.
that has it on his baseball reference is JD Smart, 1999.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, rather recent.
Okay.
Who JD Smart play for? If you know this, you're a genius. If you tell me one of the two teams JD Smart played for, you win the episode.
I went Houston first.
Close, but no cigar. 15 games for the Texas Rangers in 2001. 29 for Montreal Expos in 1999.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
DM. Who goes first? Me?
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees. Pride of the Yankees. Yeah.
Pride of the Yankees. It's the pride of the Yankees. I'm proud of this man for playing the ball. It's pride of the Yankees. And I'll go with Benny Nice.
Oh, wow.
Because
Wowzers.
trying to make sure I say this correctly. The skill that he is showing
Okay.
is something I think he should be proud of, and I'm proud of. When minor leaguers come up and can control the zone and can make good no swing decisions, and you can visibly see that. Soto's obviously on the team, so he's the first one that comes to mind. I'm not trying to compare the two in skill, whatever. But I've enjoyed watching his at-bats because he does seem to be somewhat in control. Halfway through yesterday, the on-base percentage and the average didn't really match up with that. But now it does. He has a 400 on-base percentage in this series, 9 at-bats, 3 hits, and a walk. And that double play was nice, and they won that game. And that was a standout play from it.
How many guys did you say have played in the majors with the last name Rice?
I'll let you know.
I haven't.
4?
10.
Oh, wow.
10.
I mean, look at those names. If your name is Rice,
you have a short
first name. Jim Rice, Ben Rice, Scott Rice, Sam Rice, Pat Rice, Del Rice, Hal Rice, Len Rice, Bob Rice. There's only one double consonant.
I clicked Harry Rice just to see if he was a Herald. Just Harry. So 5-letter max.
Syllable?
I think you're thinking of syllables.
Syllables.
Yeah.
Only one has 2 syllables in his first name. Okay. And Del Rice went on to be a manager.
Interested to see how the Ben Rice times go.
Delbert. That's an awful name. Delbert.
What you're saying about controlling the zone is accurate.
Thank you.
You even saw it. It was fun. In his first couple games, he was a little swing happy, and you almost saw the light bulb go off where he was like, wait, still baseball. I'm going to see pitches. I'm on the team for a little bit. And then he's controlled his at-bats. I'm interested to see the next steps. If you want to talk about the story a little bit, that's very cool. He's crushed it in the minor leagues, very high-level minor league numbers. 284, 397, and 920 OPS. That's big boy stuff. That the next step for me, the outs he made was MLB pitchers making their pitch in the strike zone that they knew he'd get out on. They were pitches he couldn't drive, but they were in the zone, so he swung, and he kind of made, just fly ball contact. That I'm interested to see, because, okay, like I said, the light bulb went off for him kind of controlling the zone, which is very impressive for any young player. Mm-hmm. That I'm interested to see how his hit tool evolves in that and, kind of finding his pitch to drive. But it's such a small sample size at this point. But it's going to be very interesting. I mean, if he puts together a heater, Rice Mania will sweep the Bronx very quickly.
Everyone throwing Rice at him.
I know.
Oh, it kills
No,
the
the
birds.
pigeons. Well-
It kills the bird. Pigeon control's fine, but Ben Rice.
You proud of him?
Oh, dude.
Tell the people the story if they don't know.
Benjamin Kimball Rice. That's kind of Kimball?
It's Ivy League.
That's cool. Yeah, they shared the story on Fox about how he got scouted, and I might have little bits of details, not perfect in the retelling here, but enough of it's correct. He got his college shortened by COVID, and then couldn't find a place to play, so he was doing all these pickup games with other college players in the area, or ex-baseball high school players that were in his area in northern Massachusetts, I think, or something like that, and just going to a park and playing. And Yankees head of scouting, or head of whatever it is, Damon Oppenheimer. Is that his name?
Yeah.
His son, I believe they said his son was playing junior hockey in this town. So Damon Oppenheimer was spending a lot of time in this town, heard about these college players playing these games through someone else, went and saw them, and they said they didn't have any rep Soto numbers on them, any of the scouting data,
right,
but just saw it, and no one else had seen him, and the Yankees knew that he looked good and knew that no one else had seen him, so they waited to the 12th round to grab him, but knowing that they kind of had someone there. Right. So they were saying it as if the Yankees knew he had the skill and potential to be better than a 12th rounder. He just didn't have any awareness campaigns around him. That was kind of a cool story they shared on Fox.
Yeah. Yeah, let's I want to see what a Ben Rice double or homer looks and feels like.
Yeah.
We're all singles.
The double is going to be nice. Big smile.
Yeah?
Yeah, big smile.
Where do you have him hitting it?
Down the line, over first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down the line.
Into the corner, just gets a second. Stand up. Big
Okay.
smile. Home run I have being a laser.
Mm.
Not
Okay.
high. Not a moonshot.
No.
Laser.
Okay. That's big for me.
Yeah.
Congrats, Ben Rice. Should I do mine?
Yeah.
I'll go Stroman.
Okay.
6.2, 3 earned runs. Only game the Yankees won this series. Was it, or no, Darno was, God, Darno's swing for Yankee Stadium. We got to get him at some point. Although he's getting up there in years. Yeah, he gets clipped in that final inning. Otherwise, he was 1 run through 6. And the Yankees needed a stopper, man. 3-game losing streak. It's now a 3-series losing streak that, I don't know. I mean, coming into last night's game, we were pretty nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we thought there was a chance the Braves were going to almost brave us from last year. Obviously, very different circumstances, but they said it in the Fox opener. They were like, the Braves are clicking at the right time, and it's clear the Yankees are in a little bit of a funk right now, that we might see something tonight that's not so pretty in the Bronx. After the Ozuna homer, kind of scared for a second, and then he locked in. So shout out to Stro now, who, I mean, if we had said, hey, on June 23rd, Marcus Stroman will be 7-3 with a 3.15, I think we
Shake.
shake hands on
I'll shake
that.
hands on that.
Easy.
How many prizes has he won now?
I would guess 3.
Ooh.
Is that high or low?
I don't know. Beebs, is that high or low?
Low, he has 4.
Wow, we've been so proud.
That low stung a little bit.
We've been so proud of
But 1 came from Joe's.
Ah, so
Fake
that's,
fan.
so you were kind of like right,
Yeah.
perfect, on the nose.
On the Joes.
All right, MFer.
Oh, boy.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Your Yankee MFer.
What are you seeing? What are the numbers telling you?
DJ. He looks bad. Getting nervous. Yeah. They can delve into it more, but DJ just doesn't. He still doesn't have an extra base hit. Still doesn't have anything going. And the fielding, for the first time, was kind of like, whoa. On Friday? Was that Friday?
I think that was Friday.
So, starting to get a little louder for me about like, uh-oh, how long? The feeling's got to be good if we're going to, wait for the batting to come around, and we got to give him more time, I guess. How much time do we have to give him? What's it, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? How, has it been that?
Now it's been 3 weeks.
Okay, so it's like one more week before like we really got to start seeing stuff happen.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, it's... I guess where the worry comes from is what we've seen. So that's a bad start. You're having a bad start. And I don't know. I feel like even in DJ's recent years, even the good splits we have from DJ are from like later in the year. Like last year, he finished strong. I think the year before that, we kept doing that on base, he's hot stretch that he started slow before that.
He had good first half of 22.
Okay,
bad,
so
good second
first half
half
of
of
22?
23.
So
Awesome.
I don't know, man. I mean, if you have concern for DJ, no one can argue against you. He hasn't shown us this year. Turns 36 in July. So, like, I'm not saying it's over, but it's certainly go time, you know?
I'm 36.
No.
No, you're right. I'm 35.
Correct.
I thought it was 36 for a second. Keep doing that. It's not the first time I've done that.
I forget it a lot.
Same.
Forget my age. I know it starts with a 3. Like I'm
You're
locked
34.
there. Yes.
Beebs 12.
Anything else on DJ?
No, I don't even like. No, it's the MFer. It's not a fun award.
Oh, dang.
But
Oh, snap.
yeah, it's getting loud. It's gonna get louder and louder and louder. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if he gets covered up by more people missing and being bad. That like we'll be looking at our lineups and like, you know, we just Jemai, Ben Rice, JD Davis if we're distracted by everything else, or is DJ going to stand out more because we're going to be looking at other guys like, who are these guys? But I know DJ.
Yeah, you're just going to build up around him so he can still be there. And it's like, all right, well, that's our 9-hole hitter. And every team's got like a lackluster 9-hole hitter. Or yeah.
Yeah.
Is he going to?
I wonder if they even try to do like the slide him up to try to spark him type deal.
I don't know. Who's your MFer?
Where?
Yeah. This is I was gonna say cop out, but I mean Rodon.
Yeah.
Rodon got rocked.
Twice now.
Yeah. 3.27 Ernie's coming off the Boston start where he was 5 innings, 5. So yeah, I mean we're 2 starts ago from being like, holy crap, Rodon, like 2.93 ERA, like all-star, you've answered every question, like full circle in Kansas City, and now Boston, Atlanta, and we're I think he went from like our second most reliable starter when Heel was rolling and Cole wasn't back yet to now is he like currently the biggest question mark, which again is like a good first world problem because the Yankees pitching has been very good this year.
What is the? I don't think he was tipping. I think his fastball was just in the zone and straight. So I don't know what if we were to ask Boone, or ask someone in the Yankees, or we ask Rodon, like, hey, honestly, like, what do you think's going on? Like, they just beat you to the spot. You were predictable, and they just sat fastball, or because that's I don't have a diagnosis for the last 2 starts. And I wonder if, you know, as teams get deeper in the season and scouting reports get more full and one team exposes you and then every other team looks, oh, what did they do?
Right.
It seemed very much like the Red Sox. I could be wrong. We're like jump on pitches. It felt like that's what they were doing.
Yeah, it felt like the fastball was getting hit. That you wonder, okay, is it just running into the Braves at a bad time? Like Austin Riley starting to click, Matt Olson, which I know that's not even a great answer, but it felt like they were jumping heaters, and I don't know if that's a Rodon didn't have his other stuff. His fastball still confuses me. Sometimes you see that like just every fastball you don't know what you're really going to get. I don't know if that's part of his game. But, you know, I saw one the other day that was like 93, and I'm like, what? Like, I see you pop in 98 sometimes, and it's, I don't know how much he's doing that or how much it's pitch by pitch.
I also don't know. It seemed like when things were going well, he very much was pitching non-fastball early to get ground outs, and then with runners on, then like using it more. Some days it does seem like he's very much in control of everything. Tight slider, wipeout slider, spot the fastball, a little more, a little less.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, pow.
Okay. We move on.
Those are MFers. No, it's not an MFer. Tommy John.
Okay, you love him.
Wearing them right now. Wore them all weekend in a hot warehouse. They were the only underoos I wanted on my body. I'm wearing them right now. I will end this read by showing them to everyone on the YouTube watching this. I wear Tommy John, and you should too. Should I just stop there? Is that not powerful enough? They are also giving you 20% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/Yanks. It's 20% off. They're breathable, lightweight, second skin underwear at TommyJohn.com/Yanks. See the site for details. Link in the description. I'm going to give a bonus
Ooh,
Little ad here.
Wow, holy smokes.
When I see people, if they are under 5'10", I say you need to get under 5'10". It's closed for the shorter man. And then everyone, I tell them, get Tommy Johns. It's like the best decision I've made. And now the YouTube sees him.
Now Jake pulls down his shorts and shows off his Tommy Johns.
Yeah.
Beautiful and powerful stuff.
Thank you.
All right. Regular Auto Award.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Where are you going?
I'm going Verdont. Wait, no. I see how that can confuse you.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost a cat's name.
All right, I'll go Verstop. Verdu stop.
I was also Verdansk is your favorite Russian city, if it's in Russia.
I believe that's in Poland.
I think you're right.
Gdansk.
Verdansk.
No, it's good. It's Gdansk, like GDAA.
It also might be a fake town from Call of Duty now that I'm Googling it. Yep.
Gdansk? Isn't Gdansk a city in Poland? Gdansk.
Gdansk. Verdansk is a Call of Duty city. I'm guessing Verdugo because you didn't really change it, if we're being honesty hour out here.
Excuse me?
Have a little of this. Fuck it.
Yeah, it goes to Verdugo.
Okay.
I changed his name to Verdu Stop. Because he's stopped.
I'm gonna let you cook for a little bit.
Because he's stopped lately.
Yeah.
It's slowed down. It's not what it was. And I know he got banged up. And it's June swoon. Everyone's swooning. So, like, everyone's got... It's okay. You know, the schedule's getting harder. And people are getting hurt. And blah, skibby, blah, blah. But his numbers bad on the series. He only played 2 games. But... I believe his numbers in June are not great. He's got 281 on base percentage, 355 slug, 636 OPS in June, and 14 strikeouts and only 5 walks. So that's where I need him to stop striking out and start putting the ball in play, having fun. Verdu going.
I mean, it almost feels like he goes with the vibes of the team.
That's true.
You know, if
And that's
times are
you.
good, it feels like Verdugo's vibing and doing something big. Yeah, I guess we need the team to get out of the swoon because I feel like Verdugo's the vibe guy.
I mean, it's going to be, they get J.D. Davis, and he's going to play both games against the Mets because we're facing 2 lefty pitchers. And he's just going to go off. Like Rizzo in Miami, 2021.
Okay. I just kind of got.
By who?
Peter Moylan.
What'd he do?
He asked me how I was doing. And he was checking in on Jess as well. And I said, hi, recording Talkin Yanks. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah.
And he sent the kiss face emoji. Atlanta Braves commentator Peter Moylan.
Yeah.
And he goes, why? What happened?
Oh.
So I kind of just got dubbed a little bit. A little Braves dubbing. Didn't need that.
You got dubbed.
Yeah. I've got a weird one for you.
Love it.
Take your pants off.
No.
Percent chance Alex Verdugo is not on the team after the trade deadline.
0.
Okay. I thought that was a potential answer.
Not with the Martian having an oblique situation.
Okay.
Stanton getting back around then.
Because all of a sudden their depth just went.
Right. Okay.
Try to repeat the noise I just made.
You know why?
Close.
Yeah, it was a little too high pitched.
You had a little more air in yours.
Okay, guy. Verdugo not hitting lefties at all. And we're facing a lot of lefties.
Like the lefties don't hit lefties, and we're facing a lot of lefties, and they're bad against lefties. It's becoming a storyline of the season.
Yeah.
It's becoming a storyline of the season, guys. In 2024, the Yankees, they lost today, so this is going to be, I'm going to need to update the stats. They're now 9-10 versus left-handed pitching when the lefty starter.
Don't like that.
No. That's another losing split now.
Lefties in the AL East.
One and
2 big ones.
All right, losing splits for the Yankees. The AL East, extra innings, left-hand pitching, last 10 games. It's just on this page. One-run games, they're 10-9.
It's tight.
So that's tight. That's close. Yeah. I think, like, lefties, do they just walk Judge? Or what is it? And then they get to Verdugo? Like, that's why they were having Stanton back there behind Judge.
Right. The stack.
Yeah. All right. Who's your award? I already did Verdugo stop or whatever it was.
It was good. It was really good.
Thank you.
Verdugo stop.
Verdugo stop. Verdor stop.
I am going to give out. I've got the guy.
Okay, I like that.
So it's a guy.
Yeah. On the team. And it is the. Give Me More Surprises award.
Ooh. The Give Me More Surprises award. So it's someone that surprised you this series. Give you more surprises. Yogo? No. You did.
Easy with that.
You did mention you were getting worried about him coming aboard. That was Bickford.
Easy with that.
Give me more surprises. I don't know. Are you going to do like Trent Grisham?
Sure am, Jim.
Mark it down, Beebs. The mine was more challenging than Jake's. And I got it.
I'm gonna mark that. Yours was not more challenging. I'm just.
I said his name, Verdugo.
Yeah, you gave it away.
Yeah, so.
But I fed it to you. Because he went opposite field, Jim. We've now seen the fans say we'd like another person hitting. And Trent Grisham said, oh, really? Why don't I hit this into the seats? Okay, that was a nice moment. Remember that? Recorded at the stadium after.
I do remember that.
Trent went Oppo, which I didn't have that
Yeah.
as anything.
It was a poll. Yes, okay. Me and Beebs were watching this together.
Yeah.
And when I hear Trent goes Oppo, I think like deep shot the other way. Like it was.
Okay.
That poll is, Gardner used to hit that poll.
A lot. Well, hey, give me a Brett Gardner month. Give me more surprises. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, yeah, I was disappointed when I was like, oh, shit, he went Oppo. And then I was like, oh, that little corner. Like, yeah, okay.
It was a moonball, though. It had a lot of height on it. I don't know. Trent Grisham has been a Major League player. He plays Major League defense. He had months last year in San Diego where he had an OPS in the 7s. Feels like Trent Grisham's going to be playing a chunk as we look at the bodies on the roster, because you know what I default back to when I start looking at the bodies on the roster, and this was a problem with some of last year's team, have ace skill.
Yeah.
So, like, worst case, if Trent's in the lineup, we're getting borderline Gold Glove outfield defense, and you're pushing other guys in the outfield to a better position if Judge were to slide over. But yeah, I mean, again, very small sample size, but the number on the series looked good because it was a one game. But hey, Trent Grisham, you're an MLB guy. It's been really ugly so far, minus that one swing. Like, give us a month, dude. That's it.
That's all you want.
Surprise me.
How's he going to be? I don't disagree, so I'm not trying to come at it that way. But I'm trying to wrap my head around the outfield, that he gets more time.
Yeah, I mean, you were getting a little lost with the bodies earlier. I mean, I'm not as concerned about I mean, dude, we're so deep into the roster that if you hit, you're playing the next game.
Yeah, but between Verdugo...
Like, Trent hit against lefties last year. It was his better side.
Yeah.
So if we can get Judge off of center field...
So Judge DHing more.
I think you'll see
Grisham
Judge DH
more every day.
Probably one Soto.
Soto will have
DH
more than
day.
0 DH days.
I know the Mets are
It's
double
kinda-
lefty, so he probably only plays one of those. We're still in our lefty funk, but I don't know. I think Trent's
He
going
probably plays
to...
none of those, right?
I have him probably playing one.
Verdugo, Judge, Soto.
I mean, you could sit Verdugo against lefties. His numbers are getting pretty tough.
Yeah, you can play.
this
You
point.
can play him straight up for.
There's playing time to be had for anyone who will contribute. The second half of our team is very thin right now.
It'd be Judge DH days is when he's going to get in. That's what I'm just trying to figure out. So they'd have to do that a lot.
Well, he could play center and Judge could play right. Or
Yeah, I don't
left.
think Soto's going to DH.
Or left.
No, he plays left now. So
Done
if you
it a
wanted
couple
Grisham
times.
over Verdugo versus lefties, maybe we see if they do that this week, this
If
series.
that's a wash to get better defense out there.
Yeah, but Verdugo's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Verdugo's
He
fine. but
sat versus a lefty one game this series, right?
Don't make me get a
Sat-
Trent
sat one
Grisham
of the
split.
days.
See how ugly I can make this.
I don't know, man. His numbers are really bad.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but how are his numbers during the homers?
Yeah, right?
And
4
at bats
for
he
4.
What if I
he's
told you?
batting 1,000.
What if I told you
Yeah.
in the month of June, 11 games, he has a 954 OPS? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Say it again. In the month of June.
Month of June, 11 games, a 954 OPS.
Nice. How many at bats?
29 plate appearances.
Mm.
Trent Grisham's one of the hottest MFers on the team right now.
Okay. Maybe you should have named the award that.
Surprise me. That's what I'll say. I'm not banging the drum for Trent. Give me a month. Here he is. This guy.
Your
Your last award?
My last award is the David Robertson Award.
You love D-Rom. Pulling back a little bit.
I like D-Rob. That wasn't a reaction to what you said.
So it's still the David Robertson Award.
It's still the David Robertson Award. Connection gets dicey.
Phil Bickford.
No. David Robertson, his volunteer organization, High Sox for Hope.
Yeah.
Disaster relief.
Yeah.
Gleyber Torres. He went High Sox for Hope recently. Disaster relief.
Yeah.
Searching for it. Gleyber Torres. I don't know. Him hasn't had a multi-hit game.
But we did this last episode, and you were like, I can't even put Gleyber in the bucket with the other I don't knows.
That's why, because I don't think they're going to move on from him. So it's like, the infield has me so worried. It's just Volpe.
Yeah.
Like mainstays.
Don't say Volpe in the question marks.
It's just Volpe. I won't say Volpe in the question marks, but it's like Volpe and the who are yous. How about that? The Yankees infield right now is Anthony Volpe and the who are yous. Because like DJ, who are you?
Who are you?
Oswaldo Cabrera, who are you?
Hey,
we
who
might
are-
know.
Who are you?
There might be more to know.
We might know who Oswaldo is.
Gleyber. We've been fucking trying to figure it out for 5-6 years now.
We either
And
super
we might
know
know.
or don't.
And we might know.
I think we know with Gleyber.
But it's not this. This isn't, this year's not, like this is
No.
evil twin Gleyber. Ben Rice, who are you? JD
Who
Davis,
are ya?
who are you? So yeah, Anthony Volpe and the who are yous right now. That's the infield.
Okay.
And just would love Gleyber to get out of there. I like that he went high Sox for Hope. I like that. I asked, has he done this before? Because my brain went, I don't think I've ever seen Gleyber with high socks.
Yeah.
And I guess Rourke had the same thought.
Our best thing we could check told us it was also the first time
Yeah.
with high socks.
Yeah, and had a moment in the owner's seat with him. He said, "Yeah, Gleyber's first time wearing high socks. It was awesome."
That's good. That's good. The last and final award, prestige, comes with it. I am going. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I am going to give out the Phoebe Award.
Phoebe.
Like the name?
Yeah.
Phoebe.
No.
Oh, how are you spelling it?
I can't discuss that at this time.
What? I'd like to find out how you're spelling it before I make my guess.
I understand what you would like. I can't give that to you right now.
Can you confirm? You're denying it's not Phoebe, like the name Phoebe Buffet.
God. It's not like Phoebe Buffet.
It is Phoebe Buffet.
It's not Phoebe.
So it's a different version of the sound Phoebe.
Are you fishing right
Yeah,
now?
I'm just trying to get clarity.
Me too.
Because if it's not, I thought it was a lock. I was just trying to help Beebs type it. Phoebe. And you're saying no. Phoebe. I don't even know. Who could it be? Because if it was Bickford, you probably would have said Phoebe. Not Phoebe. But I'll give it a shot. Phil Bickford.
It's Phoebe, Phil Bickford. Phibi.
Yeah.
Phoebe.
Phibi, Phoebe. People have been calling him Phibic.
Welcome to town, bro. Blowout loss? Phoebe. Blowout win? Phoebe. I don't know, man. His name just makes me laugh. Straight up.
Okay.
Like, it feels like if you were writing a script and you were making up, like, the accounting name or the sales guy that you're half into but you're not into. Phil Bickford. Nice to meet you. It's a TV show neighbor name.
It reminds me of Dazed and Confused, where the character's name is Pickford.
Okay.
His is P. Bickford.
Right.
Party at Pickford's house. Kegger at Pickford's house. But then the mom and dad, they find out. Keg delivery guy gets there too early. So then they have a beer bus at the Moon Tower, which is going to be a future award that I'm going to give out. Beer bus at the Moon Tower.
To Phil Bickford, Phoebe?
I'm not going to give that. I don't know who's going to get it. I just want it noted that down the stretch here, I'll give out the beer bus at the Moon Tower award.
Okay.
Phil Bickford. He had crazy. He was like, he was a pirate, and the Yankees cleaned him up.
Yeah.
So that's nice of them.
Former Met, too. So, big revenge series coming up for him.
Jason Shreve.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about him. I knew there was a bullpen guy we forgot about. He going to join them for the Mets series, too? Yogo's going to go down?
Minor league deal, I don't know.
Or, he might just go to the minors for Jason Shreve?
For some amount of time. I would guess they have Yogo ready to piggyback either Cole or Heel.
So, Shreve, Bickford, and J.D. Davis crush the Mets. That's the storyline.
I'd love to out-Mets the Mets.
Some Craig Counsell stuff, huh? He'll take yours and beat you with them.
J.D. Davis against the Mets. Kind of a nice touch.
I'd like to not hear J.D. Davis talk.
Really?
I just don't think I've heard him talk, and that would build up a nice lore in my head.
Okay.
I don't know what this guy sounds like.
That's your voice?
Yeah. Same goes with... I'm going to start naming dudes. Same goes with Pickford and all the new guys.
Jason Shreve having a great year at AAA Round Rock in the PCL. So,
All right, that's kind of good.
22.1 innings, only 8 hits allowed, 24 strikeouts, 1.61 ERA.
Eat dust.
Sometimes a guy, it just clicks.
Well, he throws a splitter now. It's a lefty. It's kind of crazy. All right. Hey, that's the show. 2 games against the Mets, and we'll be back Monday night? Wednesday night?
Wednesday night for that, and Boone will be Tuesday.
Boone will be Tuesday. We've got a lot of people saying, you better ask the hard questions. And then they give an example of a question that's straight up just rude, and Boone would ignore. So we'll do our best.
Give an example.
Yeah.
If you guys want to have questions that we should ask Boone, let us know, but try to phrase them in a way that you think Boone would actually address them. I don't know. Someone DM me and was like, dude, if you don't ask Boone if Rizzo's done for the year and they're moving on from him, you're soft. I was like,
Yeah.
What? You think we're going to give you that? So is Rizzo done for the year? He's going to be like, no. And he's going to be offended for that. Okay. We do have to have some good combos with them.
Should be a good episode.
Some of the stuff, like that Jones pinch in for Grisham. It's old, but that's still rattling
Still
around.
feeling that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he batted him 5th.
All right. Goodbye.
Crazy.
That was nuts. Go Yanks. Tell him Grams.
Go Yankees.
It's crazy.
Didn't think that was going to make that noise.
Never would have guessed that.